Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, At Home with Willowberry. Or if you're new, welcome. But where have you been? I'm so happy to see you here. My name is Valerie, and in today's video, we're headed outside on this beautiful day here in the Virginia mountains to tackle a small homestead project. We're going to be building a new utility trailer to pull behind the four-wheeler. Tim has a new toy, so if you're interested in seeing it come together, then I hope you'll stick around and enjoy the video. How are you all doing today? I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're enjoying beautiful weather here in the Virginia mountains. It's quite warm but with a nice breeze, and it feels perfect here in the shade. I tell you what, we really don't have too much planned to do today. We just need to weed the garden, which I'm sure y'all aren't real interested in seeing. But we do have one other project that we would like to complete today. Tim bought a new heavy-duty wagon to pull behind the four-wheeler for hauling firewood, bricks, mulch, and whatever else he can think of. I call it a wagon, but it's actually a small ATV utility trailer, perfect for four-wheelers, small tractors, or even lawnmowers. This utility trailer has a 1,500-pound capacity, which is way more than the smaller tow-behind dump cart that we have been using. It'll be perfect for hauling firewood up to the house once we start chopping all the logs from the trees that we had cut down, or hauling rocks to build a fire pit, or even carrying garden soil down to the garden patch. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Wait till you see what I end up hauling off at the end of the video. Well, y'all, since today's video is a bit on the short side, how about I take a few minutes and answer some questions that I've received in my comment section? Y'all really do come through in the comments, and it really does mean so much to me that y'all even take the time to leave a comment. I try to read them all, but it's kind of hard to keep up sometimes, so I'm really sorry if I haven't gotten to yours just yet. On my YouTube Studio app, there's a section where I can filter the comments and see just the comments with questions in them. As I was reading through them, I thought, why not just answer them in a video? If y'all like this idea, then let me know, and I'll make it a regular segment in my future videos. The first comment that I'd like to mention wasn't really a question, but I feel like I should explain myself. I titled a recent video, "Time to Clean the Trailer," and one of the comments stated, "In my opinion, it's not a trailer, it's a home." Well, I agree 100%. It's absolutely a home, and I love it. I realize that our double wide is more like a modular home, but calling it a trailer is very nostalgic for me. You see, I grew up in a single wide mobile home that my dad had built an addition onto. Well, the whole time growing up, my mom and dad just always called it a trailer. So when I call our home a trailer, it reminds me of my mom and dad, who have passed away and are no longer with us. So just know that if you ever hear me call it a trailer, that's just a term of endearment for me, and I sure hope that I'm not being offensive. It's just that when I call it a trailer, it brings back a flood of sweet memories for me growing up in a single-wide mobile home with my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and me. Alright, well this next question is a question that I get quite a bit. This viewer was asking about the mobile home that's located next door, and do we have neighbors? Well, when we bought this place, it came with 2 mobile homes, so we actually owned the home next door as well. Fortunately, it is being rented out to long-term tenants who happen to be some of the nicest folks we've ever met. In this next question, the viewer is wondering why we need to go to the laundromat if we have a washer and dryer. Some of y'all may remember that we purchased a new washer and dryer when we were still living in the rental trailer. Well, when we moved here, we decided to place the washer and dryer in storage until we're able to renovate the laundry room. This house doesn't get enough water pressure to run a washer, so Tim wants to install a pressure tank and redo some plumbing before we are ready to renovate the laundry room, and we're not quite there yet. Our goal was to renovate Granny and our 3 sons' bedrooms first. We want them to have a comfy, cozy space to call their own while we're living in a construction zone. We have 1 more bedroom to go, well, not counting the master bedroom. We completed Granny's bedroom, our oldest son's room, and our youngest son's room. This summer, we will begin work on our middle son's room. After that, we plan to replace the old subfloor in the living room, as well as renovate Granny's bathroom. Once all that work is complete, then we will begin work on the kitchen and laundry room, which will be the biggest renovation in the whole house. This next viewer heard me mention that there's 6 of us who live here. Yep, there's 6 of us. There's me, Tim, our 3 teenage boys, and Granny. We were just the 5 of us until a little over a year ago when Tim's mom came to live with us. She moved in with us while we were still living in the single-wide rental back in the mobile home park, and she's been here with us ever since. Tim and I are her full-time caregivers. She had a stroke and is no longer able to live alone, and Tim made a promise to his mom that she would never have to live in a nursing home, so that's how she came to live with us. I've seen this question a few times by different people. They're wondering where I got the table, chairs, and rockers that are on the front porch from. I ordered them from the Pollywood store on Amazon. I love the table and chairs. They are nice and heavy, so I don't have to worry about them blowing away in a strong wind. I like the way the rockers look, but they don't rock very well. I had intended to return them and find some new rockers, but I missed the return window on Amazon, so unfortunately I got stuck with the rocking chairs. I mean, they look great, and they match the table and chairs, but unfortunately, they don't rock for nothing. I get lots and lots of questions about my quilt collection. This viewer would like to know where I get them from. Well, first of all, let me say, I love quilts. The majority of my quilts have been store-bought from stores like Walmart and JCPenney. But one of my favorite quilts is a red and white twin-size quilt that I paid just $10 for at a thrift store in Northern Virginia. Most recently, though, I have acquired several quilts from Tim's mom when she came to live with us. She was a quilter, and she has a beautiful quilt collection, and several appear to be handmade. Unfortunately, since she had her stroke, she can't exactly remember which ones she made versus ones she's purchased. Either way, I'm very thankful to have them. This viewer would like to know if I could hook up a long hose to our water storage tanks and use that to water the garden instead of using the watering cans. Tim and I built a water collection system onto the back of our garden shed. We attached gutters to the shed, and when it rains, the rainwater is diverted into 2 large storage tanks. Well, right now, to water my garden, I fill up several watering cans in a 5-gallon bucket with water, and then I haul that up to the garden. Eventually, we will connect a long hose to the water tanks, but we need to purchase a pump to get the water from the tank to the garden. The garden is uphill from the storage tanks, so we'll need to install a water pump or a siphon pump to get the water through the hose up to the garden beds. Tim and I both got a kick out of this question. They want to know if Tim ever worked at a Waffle House or an IHOP. We recently shared a video where Tim was making breakfast for us on the Blackstone. He made bacon, pancakes, and scrambled eggs. Well, as a matter of fact, he did used to work at a Waffle House, and that was a long time ago, back in the late 80s. And I tell you what, he didn't work there for very long, but it was long enough to pick up some great cooking skills, that's for sure. Well, y'all, Tim has made quick work out of putting together his new utility trailer, and I think he wants to try it out as soon as possible. He's just going to hook it up to the four-wheeler, and then we're going to take it out for a spin. Well, y'all, I guess that's about it for another video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know if you want me to do more videos where I answer your questions. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below. But don't leave just yet. I captured the most beautiful sunset that I think I've ever seen, and I wanted to share it with all of you. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you real soon. Bye, y'all.